Welcome to Showcase Richmond. I'm Amy Carter. There is plenty to be excited about when it comes to thinking about your retirement, but there can also be fears. What's the biggest one? We're going to find out. Back with us again are Ralph and Tim Short. The father-son team are with Welcome Home Financial Partners, a Richmond area firm. The duo are financial professionals that focus on preparing people for a successful retirement. Welcome to both of you this morning.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so what is the most common fear that you hear of from your clients?
So from our prospective clients, we hear a lot of fears about running out of money. Now the clients that we have, that fear has been put to bed. So once we get into our tools and techniques and take a look at the individual basis, that will kind of put that fear to the side.
And how common is it for that fear to actually happen?
It does happen. Right now, most people aren't aware of what their budget is. And for an instance, most people are spending about $3,000 a month, $3,200 a month in expenses at their retirement. They're only getting somewhere around $1,400, $1,500 in Social Security. So there's a gap there. So we have to figure out how you're going to replace that income gap that they have right there.
Now, what are ways people find themselves in that spot, just running out of money, like you said?
Well, there's different ways. Number one, spending more money than what you're actually bringing in. And another thing is healthcare. You know, medical things pop up all the time, and we all know that medical expenses are not very cheap. So that is one of the biggest speed bumps in retirement.
And isn't it something that has to deal with a different asset class? How can this happen for those who have huge paychecks?
It doesn't necessarily matter as far as what your paycheck is when you're working. If we've seen people making $200,000, $300,000 a year and not saving for retirement. Well, $300,000 a year is great when you're working, but when you're not getting that paycheck from that employer, where's that paycheck going to come from? So it doesn't necessarily matter as far as what your salary is when you're at work.
And so people need a solution. How can they protect what they have and then not outlive their income?
They're basically tools and techniques that we sit down on an individual basis and discuss how's the best way to accomplish what they're needing for that income gap. But there are things that we can do to help them with that.
And you have to establish what that gap is too. So you have to take a look at Social Security piece, which might not always be around as it is today. Also, you've got a pension if you're lucky enough to have one, which those are going away. So you've got to be able to be self-sufficient on your own in retirement.
And that really is probably having multiple streams of income.
Correct.
That's correct.
Now, what does having a dependable income in retirement allow us to do?
To do the things that you have always planned on. Have that lifestyle that you dreamed of during your working years, so when you come to retirement, you and your spouse or you and whoever can do the things that you want to do. Maybe just take the grandkids on a special trip to Disney World or Disneyland, or just to go to national parks around. It all depends on what that individual wants to do.
True. Lifestyle, so important and definitely something to take into consideration. Now, if you know where your money is coming from, I imagine you might have more confidence and an added peace of mind.
Yeah, you'd have some more confidence and peace of mind. The biggest thing is you need to control what you can control and rely on what you can do for yourself, not necessarily worried about the Social Security piece. Pensions are kind of a thing of the past. So you need to focus on you and how you're going to sustain your retirement lifestyle. You know, if you want to move to the golf course, that way you can work on your golf game, which we all would like to do. You're not going to be able to do those types of things without relying on yourself in proper planning.
Any other last piece of advice?
Just find somebody that you can talk to like us that can get you these answers to your questions.
Wonderful. Well, thank you all for being on the show with us this morning. We want to put some information on the screen for you because Ralph and Tim have a great incentive. If you want to make sure that your plan will have enough income, Welcome Home Financial Partners has a great offer. For the first 5 callers with a portfolio of $250,000 or greater, they are offering a complimentary full-blown income plan just for you. Ralph and Tim will sit down with you personally and provide you with a roadmap to see where you are right now and discuss your best steps to really get ready for a successful retirement. So call the number on your screen, 804-897-4844.